Let me see what else I got. We could do the rappers who can't accept they've fallen off.
Many rappers who blow up are lucky to have experienced such a rare opportunity. Being able to make a living from making music is something that most people can't say they've ever done. However, when their career starts to decline, there are different ways of dealing with it. One way in particular is to live in denial, holding on to the fame and fortune that they once held so close. We'll be looking into rappers who cannot accept that they've fallen off. Starting off with French Montana. Also, by the way, my name is Matty Balls, and if you guys like music related...
Bro, French Montana has to be like a money laundering scheme.
Videos, make sure to stick around and subscribe. I'm going to be posting one every week this year at 12 p.m. CST on Sundays. So, yeah, stick around. Now let's get into it. French Montana went from having multiple hits in the mid-2010s to faking streams and desperately clinging on to fame by the end of the decade.
All right, so we know who listens to French Montana now. We got it figured out, guys.
I'm not going to go too deep into French Montana's come up since he's been in the game for a very long time. He's released a ton of mixtapes, a handful of albums, and tons of huge singles over the span of his career. He started blowing up a ton with songs like Pop That, Lockjaw, No Stylist, and of course his biggest song ever, Unforgettable. But one thing that was always notable about all of French
Montana's even French, bro. He's such a fraud. He's not even French.
Songs was the features. Most people weren't really tuning in to Unforgettable or No Stylist to hear French. They wanted to hear Sway Lee and Drake. But this is something that French Montana didn't
Hannah Montana clears, man. You're right.
seem to realize until his numbers started going down. His place in hip-hop is made most obvious when you think about that picture Diddy posted on Instagram with Jay-Z, Nas, and Kendrick, with French Montana photoshopped out. Diddy didn't even crop him out. He went through the effort of photoshopping French Montana out so he could say, 3 kings, 3 great friends. Love you guys. Honestly, I feel bad for him. That had to have been heartbreaking.
Dude, that is, oh man, that's rough.
In 2019, his third studio album, Montana, sold 25,000 copies first week. That's about half of what his previous album sold. Not only that, but he was also caught in a fake stream controversy around this time as well. In December of 2019, Twitter
that explains a lot. 23 million.
Accusing French Montana and his team of hacking into people's Spotify accounts to stream his song
That's so bad.
On the walls, with many screenshots of other people saying their account was randomly playing the song. They also noted how the song was 21 on the Spotify charts, but it was 1,192 on the Apple Music charts, which clearly indicated how the streams were being faked on.
That is sus, because if it is organic, it should be at least a little closer.
Spotify. I went into more detail on this in my video called The Biggest Scam in the Music Industry, so if you're interested in botted streams, feel free to check it out after this video. And despite how crazy
most rappers I met IRL bought their shit, well, it's gonna suck for them when it gets fucking removed by DistroKid or TuneCore or whatever. They'll remove your shit if you didn't even actually do it. There are people who do get away with it also, though.
Things somehow managed to get worse for French. In April of 2020, French Montana made one of the biggest mistakes of his entire career when he said that he has more hits than Kendrick Lamar. More specific,
bro, that's crazy, dude. More hits than Kendrick Lamar? That's wild. That is wild. That's so stupid.
Specifically, he said to Complex, I mean, honestly,
he flew way too close to the sun, dude. He flew close to the sun and said, I shine brighter than you.
You could put somebody like Kendrick Lamar next to me on the same stage at a festival. I might
French Montana is the big 3, dude.
Shine him. Not because I'm a better rapper or whatever it is. It's just that I got more hits. This sent the internet into a frenzy, with everybody clowning on French Montana. He even had Young Thug making fun of him.
Stupid ass say he got more hits than Kendrick Lamar.
That's crazy, dude.
Everybody on the internet collectively agreed that both statistically speaking and musically
speaking, even if you're like putting it, even like French Montana's #1 fan wouldn't agree with that.
Kendrick Lamar is better.
Not only have you never had a number,
is he DJ Khaled's cousin? Is that true?
1 hit, Kendrick has had 8 laying in the top 10, while you've only had 2. Still an accomplishment, but it's nowhere near enough for you to be like, oh, I got more hits than Kendrick Lamar.
This seemed to be
the
beginning of the end for French Montana.
He does look like he could be related to him, though.
Career. Following
just a narcissism? Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they are related.
A hilarious thread started when someone tweeted a Squid Games meme saying, for the next game, you need to name 5 French Montana songs without features. French Montana himself then decided to respond to this tweet with like 14 of his own songs, with the top reply being, "All you proved is that French Montana."
Beard is too perfect. Can't trust him. Yep. Can't trust him. Dude, they said get a ultra wide monitor. They said, look at this. Now I'm having to readjust shit all the time like this. This is bullshit. Should've just got a regular 4K monitor. Okay, there we go.
The only person that can
EasyBot has a way with that.
solo French Montana songs. After this, French Montana.
I mean, I struggle with it with like YouTube videos in particular.
Hannah had a bit of a breakdown on Twitter, just spamming about how people have amnesia and are forgetting all of the amazing albums that he had given them. It turns out, though,
bro, anybody with a perfect beard like that gets it filled in, 100% a scammer, 100% a liar, 100% a fraud.
Meltdown and the whole idea that the listeners have amnesia was actually just promo for his next album, They Got Amnesia. He dropped the lead single for the album, FWMGAB, right after the Twitter drama, so it was clearly an attempt at promotion. Months later, he released the album They Got Amnesia, and if you can't tell, it seems like the title of the
Hella car salesman vibes, yeah.
album was literally inspired by people who apparently had amnesia.
I feel like the whole thing with that is they're like compensating. You know what I mean? I feel like people who make their beards like that, they're overcompensating because they know that what they're doing is shady, so they're trying to appear ultra clean. You know? And I'm not saying that all people with beards like that are shady, but like 95 to 99% for sure. Like, bro, that when I did that video talking about DJ Envy and I can't remember the other dude's name, but they had like this real estate fraud thing, and like everyone they worked with had beards like that.
Since they couldn't remember how successful French Montana was. But in reality, it just seemed like he was in denial of what his place was in the rap game. Most recently, he released a million different versions of a bunch of his songs on his new album.
It's interesting though, because like you would think that people with less cleaned up beards are less trustworthy, but I think it's like they're not insecure about it. I mean, there's definitely a separation, because if you know, there's definitely like homeless people with really fucked up beards. And like, you know, obviously, I don't know if, you know, it depends. There's definitely like a separation, but
Mac and Cheese 5, likely trying to get more streams or have more of a chance at going viral on TikTok.
Now, what French Montana did was not just release Mac and Cheese 5, but he released it again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And if these 6 versions of the album were...
Bro, who wants to listen to an a cappella version on Spotify? Why do they do that? They do it just to run the numbers up, right?
not enough to get your attention on streaming services, don't worry, because French then went
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a point where an unkempt beard goes back into the shady zone.
on to release every...
Weir's beard is too clean, he's scamming? Nah, man. Nah, I'm not scamming. But, hey, if you want to check out my porn, go to this website. Wait, shit, I don't have it up anymore. Go to this website, you know, you can check out my porn. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm hungry for some mac and cheese too right now, dude. This is some bullshit. Yeah, you can get my porn here. Beard bell distribution curve. We really need to make like a graph, guys. We need to make a graph. Maybe you know what? Maybe I could do that really quickly here. Just get in paint. Okay. Okay, here it is. Okay. What should it be like this? I think it should be like this. Okay. And then this is like trustworthy, trust level. This side is like trust. And then this side is I don't know, what would the bottom side be? Oh, let me make this a little bigger. What would this love a good XY axis? This is like what would this side be? I'm kind of confused. Make it beard shaped. It kind of is. I mean, we could like kind of like fill it in, you know? Scruffiness. I write really well, guys. I probably should use text. But yeah, this is like, let me make this a little bit bigger. This is like how much you can be trusted, essentially. You know, if it's too scruffy, we could trust you. Wait, no, actually it should be the other way, right? Hold on. I don't know, whatever. You guys get the point I'm making.
of the album's 21 songs as
These shapes are borderline demonetizing you. I was thinking about that as I was making. I was like, it's looking a little bit like a boob. a little bit like a boob over here.
So they didn't just infect his streaming profile, but
The King Cobra JFS to Khaled bell curve.
all of the rappers featured.
One of the reasons
There's definitely a good point in the middle.
he did this with the singles is because it would spam appear on every featured artist's Spotify page. Oh, and he also released a 126 song version of the album as well,
Oh my god, dude.
called Mac and Cheese 5 Versions. One person tweeted, "This looks like a cry for help. Like, damn, you must really need some streams." It was
Hey,
honestly
it's how you get to 23 million monthly listeners, man. You just release a million versions of the same song.
just pathetic and very embarrassing for our boy French. And even after all of these horrible marketing gimmicks, French Montana's Mac and Cheese 5 only sold 34,000 copies first week. Not only that, but it seemed like he was involved in a vinyl sales scam in an attempt to boost album sales. Essentially, before his album released, French Montana had vinyls available for pre-order for only $5. According to Billboard,
$5? Can you even get it made for $5?
for these sales to count, they would have to be shipped by the album's release date. A Twitter user by the name of Droz said, French Montana sold vinyl records on his site for $5 pre-orders back in January, with all the albums needing to be shipped on release date to count towards sales. It seems almost everyone that purchased it has had it delivered to a random address.
Oh my god, dude.
This seems to be a case of fake shipping confirmations in
Dude, fucking... They got the mail guy just tossing them out. $5 is hella cheap? Yeah, it's suspiciously cheap.
order to boost sales numbers for the album. Multiple
His strategy is this to sell a million records, to release a million records, and then listen to them once himself.
people
It's actually genius.
responded to the tweet claiming the same thing happened to them, that their record was supposedly delivered but to some random location. So it seems like French Montana's team had a bunch of fake shipping confirmations made in an attempt to get those sales in. At
What
this
the
point in his
fuck, dude?
career, French Montana keeps trying to grasp onto the fame that he once had, when in reality, he's just digging himself a deeper hole. I'd honestly be surprised if anyone takes him serious after everything he's said and done in the past few years. And just because French Montana's career stinks,
Yeah, he needs a new team. Honestly, his team is probably full of people with similar beards that are giving him these ideas. If I'm being honest, that's probably what is going on here.
doesn't mean
Imagine who got those random records. They're just like, I don't want this shit. What is this? We got this shipped to our house. French Montana record. I don't want this shit. Bro pays you to get his album.
Lil Pump is a rapper who, when he was
Okay,
on
this is interesting.
top of the world,
I want to hear about Lil Xan. Is Lil Xan in here? No.
Was
He fell off so bad that he can't even end up in a video like this at this point.
actually told by J. Cole that he would fall off. And when it happened,
Oh, dude. Oh, painful.
he denied that it happened. Most of us know Lil Pump, but if you're not familiar with him, he's one of the main artists
Hey, I need an excuse to chase the ladies away, all right?
that was responsible for the whole mumble rap label. Lil Pump started
So I'm going to wear some shitty cologne if I want to.
buzzing in 2016 and blew up even more in 2017 with songs like D-Rose and Boss. His songs
Can't wait for the Weird Beats Masterclass of just YouTube tutorials he gave for free but then deleted for the course. I would never do such a thing, all right?
can be characterized by their lack of lyricism and repeating of lyrics, like the chorus on D-Rose. Then
Just
later,
listen to Auto-Tune Trap. You'll scare everyone away. 3 steps ahead of you, bro.
in 2017, he released the song Gucci Gang, which absolutely blew up, peaking at number 3 on the Billboard Hot
I think
100
Gucci Gang was like one of the only good things he's ever made.
and eventually going platinum. After that, he released his debut self-titled album with features from artists like Lil Yachty, Chief Keef, Gucci Mane.
It wasn't even good. I thought Gucci Gang was alright.
Songs were fun, but the lack of lyrical content was something that many people thought wouldn't last, including J. Cole himself. See, J. Cole and Lil Pump had a little bit of a beef, although it was more so playful. Lil Pump
I mean, it's a lot better than everything else he made, alright? I mean, I don't listen to it these days. I'll say that. I'm listening to it these days. I did listen to it a bit at the time.
did it all by saying F J. Cole, likely just to piss people off and get more attention. And it worked, as many old heads were mad and the
To
young
be fair, I don't really like J. Cole either.
kids loved it.
Yeah, fuck J. Cole. Yeah, fuck J. Cole. Nigga, fuck J. Cole. Nigga, fuck J. Cole.
Bro, you know what's the funniest fucking thing that Lil Pump ever made? Wait, hold on. Lil Pump punk rock shit. Dude, this is so fucking bad. It's so funny, dude. Can we wait, where is it? Is this the song? Did he delete it? Bro, this shit is so fucking bad, dude. You think Gucci Gang is bad? Listen to this. Oh my god, dude. Oh my fucking god. You think Gucci Gang is bad? Fucking punk rock shit, dude. punk rock shit. Oh my god, dude. Wow. Wow. Punk rock shit. Slit my wrist. He didn't even try to do metal, dude. Like that was like more like it was more like I guess it was more like punk, right? It was punk, but it was the worst punk of all time. Oh, that shit was bad, dude. Oh man. It was not a joke, dude. He deleted it now. It has angry 13-year-old grounded for a week vibes, yeah.
Gonna kill myself probably around 2:30 tomorrow.
Then he's like handing out flyers later on, and he's like, "Yeah, make sure you come, otherwise I'm really gonna do it."
Everybody say the music
Dude, oh my god.
they make is dumb. You gotta give a boy a chance to grow some. He continues, I heard one of them diss me. I'm surprised. I ain't tripping. Listen good to my reply. Come here, little man. Let me talk with ya. See if I can paint for you the larger picture. By this point, it's clear that J.
Kind of feel sorry for Lil Pump.
Cole is talking about Lil Pump, but decides to take an empathetic approach since Pump was only 18 at the time. Cole congratulates him on all of his success and even tells him to never quit touring because that's where most of the money comes from. But then Cole says, you could have bought a crib with all that bread you done blew. I know you think this type of revenue is never ending, but I want to take a minute just to tell you that it ain't true. One day them kids that's listening gonna grow up and get too old for that shit that made you blow up. Now your show's looking like because they don't show up, which unfortunately means the money's slow up. Now you scrambling and hoping to get hot again. But you forgot you only popped because you was riding trends. I'm just telling you what's probably gonna happen when you rapping about the type of shit you rapping about. It's a faster route to the bottom. I wish you good luck. I'm hoping
I mean, lyrically, like J. Cole's like, he's right here.
your sake that you ain't as dumb as you look. J. Cole laid out to Pump exactly what the current status of his career was and what would eventually happen, rather than dissing him like many would. Funnily enough, they even had a
I mean, in a way, that's even a stronger, it's a stronger diss than like an actual diss track.
conversation on J. Cole's page, squashing the beef while Cole seemingly tried to give Pump some more advice.
I guess came up with the J. Cole shit.
You got the paper?
I really wrote it down. Cause if I didn't wrote it out, I would have forgot, yeah.
Like in the room one day and I seen that shit in my like in my comments, people were like, fuck J. Cole, fuck J. Cole. I'm like,
Oh, so it was already happening.
yeah, low key, yeah.
That's great.
But Lil Pump did not heed J. Cole's warning. Slowly but surely, with pretty much every release after 2018, his numbers started going down. People were tuning in expecting something different from Pump, but he wasn't giving it to them. It was the same gimmick and cookie cutter formula on every song and every album. And by the end of 2020,
Well, the thing is, like, I mean, if his music was actually like better, I think he could have like sustained it a lot longer.
he was in the exact same position that J. Cole predicted. He even appeared at a Trump rally in 2020, seemingly grasping at straws for attention, as he did literally say F Donald Trump a few years prior.
Bro, like, oh my god, Donald Trump's like, all right, and we have our guest here, Small Pump. Little Pimp, that's right, he said Little Pimp. Oh my god.
Of sound, music, and other things, one
Lil
of the
Pimp.
big superstars of the world,
Oh,
Little Pimp.
Little Pimp.
There he is. Does everyone know who he is?
Oh my god, dude, Little Pimp.
You know how big he is? Come on up here.
Oh my god, how big he is?
It was pretty funny, but just seemed like another
dude.
publicity stunt for Pump. Eventually, in 2022, he was interviewed by Bootleg Kev, who actually asked Lil Pump if he thought J. Cole's predictions were true.
Do you feel like he predicted kind of like what ended up happening with your rap career?
Oh.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Still here. I'm
I'm not
Oh
saying
my
that
God.
I'm not saying that you're not like
He's coping, dude.
still fucking rich and successful. I just mean in terms of like, you know, I feel like there's
He's like trying so hard to be like, motherfucker, you fell off. You fell off. You.
so many parts of that era of rap where like people got fame so fast, they were so young, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that was some of the foresight that he was saying, not even necessarily
He's like, none of it's not real. It's not true. It's not true. That did not happen.
quote unquote falling off, you know what I mean?
He's just like, I want to hit you in the face right now.
Do you don't think
I'm a little pimp, but I want to hit you in the face.
you don't think he predicted anything?
I hate talking about people falling off, but I'm just curious. I almost wrote Lil Pimp, dude. I'm curious what, like... I mean, he's still getting some views, but it's not like what it was before. 200K, 300K, 100K. Boo, we fell off. I know, dude. I'm trying to get back on, all right? Shush.
shit.
Despite Kev trying to ask that in the most respectful way possible, Pump had too much pride to accept the fact that he had fallen off. Most recently, he released his album Lil Pump 2, which did not do too well. According to Wikipedia, the album was projected to earn significantly less units in its first week than his previous album, failing to chart on any chart.
I mean, I think it's really toxic, this sort of culture they have with mainstream music, where it's just like, oh, you fell off if you're selling less records. And it's like, you know, that may be a mark of how many sales you're getting, but it's not a mark of the art itself, you know? And I mean, I'm not trying to defend fucking Lil Pimp here, because I don't think what he's making is like art. But I don't know, like, I just think it's toxic, you know?
Metal.
You don't chart, you're unsuccessful. But the thing is, it's also dynamic too. You can have one album do better because people liked it more, or it just had better marketing, or your name was just out there better at the time.
Which was essentially a really bad attempt at some type of rock song.
But there was some really bad shit on that album though too. Like the punk rock shit was on that album.
Regardless, J. Cole perfectly predicted Lil Pump's future.
Like for instance, Kendrick's most recent album, I thought it was pretty good. Like, I mean, I didn't like it as much as some of the other ones. There are some classics on it though. And like a lot of people will say, oh, he didn't, you know, he fell off or whatever from that, but I don't know.
And he was still unable to admit it. On a very similar note to Lil Pump, Smokepurpp also had a hard time accepting his position in the rap game after he fell off. Smokepurpp is a rapper who really blew up in the shadow of Lil Pump, although he did have some hits on his SoundCloud, like the song Audi. Just like Lil Pump, Smokepurpp was one of the many buzzing Florida rappers, and even collabed with artists like XXXTentacion.
Russ
After
beat his
releasing
ass.
his hit song Audi, he followed up with his mixtape Dead Star that debuted at
That is true. Hip-hop commentators thrive on this.
42 on the Billboard 200. With features from artists like Travis Scott and Chief Keef. He even became a XXL freshman in 2018. But after that, Smokepurpp struggled to make waves. Other than his feature on Costa Rica, which was outshined by the many other guest verses, he didn't really have many hits. Don't get me wrong, he had a ton of songs that performed fairly well throughout the entirety of his career. But just like Lil Pump, his career didn't show much longevity. And just like French Montana, many of his songs were carried by the features. Not only that, but with how close he was with Pump and how much bigger Pump was, Smokepurpp's career was kind of in Pump's shadow. One thing that would hint
You better clean the house later.
towards Smokepurpp's downward spiral was his freestyle on Tim Westwood in 2019, which, if you haven't heard, was awful.
I'm a motherfucking stoner. I'm a motherfucking.
Oh my god, this fucking freestyle, dude. This freestyle's insane.
I'm a motherfucking stoner. I'm a motherfucking boner. I got a motherfucking boner. Yeah, my
I got a motherfucking boner. Oh my god.
bus, I got a boner. Boner.
Absolute bars. You're correct.
You can move me at the motherfucking limelight, cause I really, really, really wanna blow pipes. Like,
Really wants to blow pipes, man. Oh my god, dude. How much money do you think he offered him to be like, hey, can we delete that forever? Or was this live? This might have been live. What the fuck? I feel like any of us in the chat could have done better, bro. That was shocking, dude. That was shocking. Can we please watch the full version? Dude, press 1 if we should watch the full version. Press 2 if we shouldn't. Bro, what the fuck, dude? He ate a bunch of fucking house cleaner before that. Would I say press 1 if we... Yeah, it is too cringe, dude. Fuck, it's like split here. I don't know. I don't want to lose the audience here. I can't go through that again. I don't know if I can either, dude. That was pretty fucking bad. Play it like it's Fortnite. I really want to blow pipes. It is dangerously cringe, dude. You gotta show Rick Beato that.
Years to come. The video
We lost viewers from that, dude.
has a whopping 70,000.
He definitely blows pipes. Personally, I liked it. I thought it was fire. Yeah, dude. When he said I blow pipes, I was feeling that.
Basically, he was denying that he fell off, saying he was doing better than ever before, and then was trying to promote his next album for legit. But people saw through it. And one of the top comments is, bro can't accept the fact that he fell off, so he keeps lying to himself, which was honestly true, especially since right after that, he released his album Florida and it only sold 5,000 copies, and only 130 digital albums were sold as well. He got clowned into oblivion on the internet. So much so that
200,000 likes.
he even played into the joke and said another free project on the way. Posted online
Nah, I haven't heard of that.
of Smokepurpp performing at a show to a crowd that looked like it was about 20 people. Like the internet does, everyone began making fun of his fall off online. Someone in his Instagram comments asked him,
Damn, dude, I think most of us could play a show and get more than 7 people to show up.
"Is it true that you only had a few people at some show? I saw some video about it, I think." To which Purpp replied, "Yeah, there
I performed to bigger crowds than that too before.
was a show that was pretty empty that I didn't have to do. But
To be fair, I wasn't headlining though.
I'm gonna give my fans a show regardless,
I mean, I got a bigger audience than 7 people right now.
always. I wouldn't be here without them." I think a lot of fans liked this response and thought he was being kind-hearted, but it was a show on his tour, so I think he did have to do it. I think that was a lie. Regardless, shortly after that, Hello You Seen reported that Smokepurpp didn't show up to
I almost kind of feel bad for him, dude. Smokepurpp is a no-show to schedule performance tonight in Cleveland. There are about 20 people waiting for him. Dude, it's almost like, oh my God, this is just backhanded.
show in Cleveland, and that the 20 people waiting for him were kicked out of the
Well, not this time he didn't do the show.
venue after requesting refunds. A lot of artists struggle to swallow their pride and admit that they have fallen far from where they once were. And some people may believe them when they say that they're doing better than ever. But Purpp
I mean, like, what's the point in admit? I mean, like, if he admits he's fallen off, should he give up or should he, like, just try to do better?
actions over the last couple of years
No, earlier the other one was 7. And then this was the following show. There was 20 people there. One of the following shows, there was only 20 people there. And then he didn't show up.
have really shown where his career is at. Most recently, he's been seen selling features and trying to nickel and dime.
Dude, this is like a fucking knockoff. This is great value Adam 22 here. This is Adam 21 right here.
And they're like, we need approval from Smokepurpp because, you know, he has a bit of status in the music world. We need a DM from him confirming this release.
What is this steampunk fucking piece of shit over here?
I'm like, okay, no issue. I text him and he gets back to me with, nah, you didn't pay to clear it. And I'm like, wait, what? I paid you for the feature, no? He's like, yeah, but you didn't pay for clearance. You paid me for the feature.
Yeah, it's gotta be disheartening for sure.
So I'm like, I paid you for a song I can't release.
Dude is barefoot. Oh yeah, what the fuck, dude? What the hell?
Like, why would I do that?
Purpp then
Well, I mean, he is in the house, dude. I mean, it's not that. I mean, at least in Hawaii, that's not that weird. Like Asian households, generally, people don't wear shoes in the house.
claimed that his price to clear a song was
I mean, not saying that he's Asian, but
$10K, but settled for $500, which is a telltale sign that Purpp desperately needed some money.
Right as I'm about to press send, he unsends the confirmation message. And everything else about crypto. And I actually screen recorded it because I saw the unsend messages coming up, so I started screen recording it. I'll send this to you, bro.
So basically, Purpp was trying to
I could have guessed that guy was into crypto.
scam this guy, which really shows how far his career has fallen. Not only that, but him and Pump have both been trying to make a comeback recently. And they were actually making TikTok skits in an attempt to promote their latest song, Tesla. And that's always been viewed as a bit of a corny way to promote a song, so it's strange seeing artists that used to be insanely huge doing that on TikTok. And a while ago, he even posted a snippet of him heavily biting Yeet, which people were really upset about.
Bro, I genuinely don't understand the appeal of Yeet. Like, it makes me feel old. Like, I get Blade, I get Young Lean, I get a lot of those other artists, but I genuinely do not understand Yeet. Like, it just does not sound good to me. I mean, the beats sound alright.
So it's clear that Smokepurpp is struggling to accept the reality of the situation he's in. YBN Nahmir is an artist I've covered multiple times on this channel, but recently he's had a bit of a meltdown that I believe needs an update. Like I said, I've covered Nahmir before, so if you want a more in-detail breakdown of his whole career, feel free to check out this video on him after this one. Nahmir even said he liked it. But basically, Nahmir blew up with songs like Rubbing Off the Paint and was fairly
The Rick and Morty art.
really successful for a handful of years. He helped put on artists like Almighty J and Corday, who in particular would go on to be much more successful than Nahmir himself, especially since fans liked his lyrical abilities. But as Corday rose, Nahmir began to fall into the shadows of his friend. Couple that with cringy songs like Soul Train and just
Bro, Soul Train is really bad.
overall
I think we've done enough cringe in this stream though. I'm not gonna play Soul Train. I'm not gonna put you guys through that right now.
bad music, Nahmir began falling off hard. Because of this, Nahmir started
Like how he's like, he began falling off hard, and then he just has video clips of him humping shit.
doing a lot of goofy things that led the entire
we're not talking about
internet
Soul
to
Train.
lose any respect they had left for him. He even had his own L compilation. Other than songs like Apostapa with 21 Savage going viral on TikTok in 2021, Nahmir hadn't seen much success since like 2018. He did briefly sign with Def Jam, but after releasing his album Faster Car Music, it's likely he was dropped since it didn't perform so well. By 2022, it was pretty well established that YBN Nahmir had fallen off, but even then, he was denying it. He said, "People constantly saying I fell off. Whole time I just be chilling and staying to myself. I've been viral my whole life.
I'm not playing Soul Train, dude. I'm trying to keep the people that are here.
This stuff cool, but it's really whatever. They would never really understand."
How have you never heard of any of these people?
But that was not the last time that Nahmir would deny falling off, because he went on another huge rant after a recent
I guess if you only listen to like older rap
beef with Aiden Ross.
or like traditional rap.
About a month ago, Aiden Ross offered Nahmir $20K to box in an event he was hosting, but Nahmir asked for $100K. Aiden responded on stream saying that Nahmir was not worth
Oh my god, dude.
$100K, and instead talked about how he not only would have made $20K,
We're not doing Soul Train, guys.
would have also gotten a ton of free promo, and maybe it would have helped to revive his career.
Okay, fine. Press 1 if we should listen to Soul Train really quick, like 30 seconds. Press 2 if we should not. Okay, looks like we got more ones here. Okay, we're just gonna play 30 seconds of it, okay? We got more ones here. I'm gonna listen to you guys. It's bad, guys. It's pretty fucking bad.
When I glide, I slide, might slip around.
How fucking high do you have to be to record this and be like, yeah, that's the one. UDO stuff sounds better than this.
Responded to this on Twitter by showing off all of his platinum and gold plaques with the
still trash. People are like still trash.
caption one-hit wonder.
LOL, still trash
with a yawning emoji. But the issue was no one was calling him a one-hit wonder. They were saying that he fell off. So then he went to show his Google net worth, which is supposedly $4 million. However, those are notoriously unreliable.
Cope.
The top comment on this post is literally, YBN Nahmir is the first person to claim his Google net worth, which is true because these are super inaccurate. And there was also a bunch of Instagram posts that I can't find anymore because he deleted them, but basically he was posting all these like unreleased songs and playing them out of his notes app with tons of big features and big names, and he was basically trying to show off that he still has hit-making potential. So clearly Nahmir has denied falling off and decided to flex his money and his accolades. But just like with Smokepurpp, his real situation is revealed by his actions. At the beginning of this month, he was caught charging fans $3 to DM him, and then tweeted about it defending himself. Even more recently, he posted to his story, "Lock in with CEO YBN."
Yo, I'm rich, man. All right, so it's gonna be $3 if you want to talk to me. All right, pay up, buddy. You said hello. That's $3. It's gonna be $3.
Starts with a feature but could easily go to roll with me to all my shows, interviews, premieres, and real studio sessions. A young man will
donation only chat
town and change your life. Call one of my other rapper homies and set up a collaboration for you and make you go platinum. When you sign to me, I will blow you up. I honestly don't have.
When you sign to me, I will blow you.
Words for this. I have never seen an artist so down bad for money that they're gonna pretend to be a CEO and a professional marketer, and it's just insane. But to be honest, you can't help but feel a little bit bad.
Weaver feature is 150. You're correct.
For people like Nahmir and some of the others in this video.
I swear to God.
Timbaland has a donators only chat, bro. Timbaland's wacky.
I check comments. I'm not the type of person that just, oh yeah, I'm not gonna check my YouTube comments or Instagram. I check all that shit. And I'm like, damn, y'all really saying this? Y'all was just on my motherfucking side. I'll be like, damn, I be feeling hurt in the motherfucking house.
I mean, imagine the entire internet clowning on you for years, making fun of all of your failures. You already got to deal with the financial issues and knowing that your career is over. And now you have a bunch of people online pointing it out to you and reminding you of it. And I would tell you guys to be nicer to these artists because they're people too, but it's the internet and I know that won't happen. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. You can subscribe. I can ask you to do that.
Man, I be checking all them comments, man. Motherfuckers be telling me to kill myself. They say Soul Train is the worst thing I ever heard. They say that train stole my soul. I like how he's like the video. Okay, dislike it? You're telling me to dislike it, right?
Below. Peace.
All right, that was Matty Balls with rappers who can't accept they've fallen off. That was good. Okay, it's been a fun stream, guys. Not everything can last forever, sadly, though. We're trying to get to the beach before it's too late today, pretty fast. But yeah, if you want to support what I do here, consider even liking the video. Consider joining my Patreon or becoming a channel member for as low as $5 a month to get access to exclusive content.